You are now listening to the Gospel of Alex. Alex, drop those scriptures. Church is in session.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of Elite Fleet. And today I want to talk about Olivia Dunn and how she's taking the NCAA, the NIL, and social media by storm by utilizing her beauty, looks, and talent to monetize herself into the richest college athlete since college athletes have been able to legally get paid in America, all right? With a net worth of over $2.3 million. Now, if you don't know who Olivia Dunn is, because I didn't know who she was until this story just broke, but this is Olivia Dunn. So, needless to say, Olivia Dunn is every white man's wet dream. Okay, and she's an attractive girl in general. I'm not going to take that away from her. But my, if you are a white man, that is your wet dream. She's slim. Okay, she got the blonde hair. The only thing she's missing that y'all like is the blue eyes. But you know what? That don't even matter so much because she actually got a bubble butt. So she actually got the one feature of Hispanic and black girls that y'all like. So she got the bubble butt, the blonde hair, and the slim figure. And she's pristine white, like milky white. I know y'all love her, and they absolutely love her as she has amassed over 8 million followers across her social media platforms. All right, now, let's be honest here. Are most of the people there because they really care about her gymnastics? No, not really. Most of the people there because she's beautiful and she's slim thick and they like to look at her. But at the end of the day, okay, what happened to, stop controlling women? So she monetized her looks, okay, on top of her athletic talent, and it's working out for her. There should be no problem, right? But she has the feminists in the media and all of them upset because apparently now they have a problem with women monetizing their looks or using their looks and youth and beauty to get ahead. Now, here's what's interesting. When we as men said, hey, listen, y'all opening Pandora's box by allowing women to go around dressing like this and go around dancing like this and go around monetizing their looks, we was told we was hating. We was told we were controlling. We were told we were over-sexualizing, okay? We were told we were misogynist. We were called every name in the book for talking about opening the rabbit hole of allowing women to walk around in skimpy outfits and monetize themselves, okay? And Livy, compared to a lot of other women, really isn't even that bad, okay? But she definitely kind of pushes that limit. But we tried to tell y'all this was going to happen, and y'all told us we was everything under the sun but a child of God. So we said, F it. Let Babylon come, let the doors blow off, let the women do what they want. And I told you guys before, a large portion of the feminist movement was really not to stop the monetization of women, but to make it so that women can monetize themselves, but to make it so that they didn't need Hugh Hefner, but to make it so that they didn't need pimps, and they could be control of their own bodies, their own image, and their own money. That was a large part of it. So again, if Livy decided to add in her look, youth, and beauty to make more money, no one should have a problem with this. But there was a gymnastics meet in Utah, okay? Now, this gymnastic meet was packed. Probably ain't never been that many people at a college gymnastic meet. Now, you would think this is a good thing. We've been talking about how women's sports should get equality, okay? More men need to support women's sports. They should be treated the same as the male athletes, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Well, guess what? On this day in Utah, that gymnasium was popping. They were getting support. But what was the problem? Why are the feminists mad? Why is the media mad? Well, because the vast majority of attendees were men. And not just young men. We talking men from the ages of like 14 all the way up to 50. All up in the crowd, cheering and making noise. Now, again, I still don't have a problem with this, but apparently the media, the feminists, and the moms of the other team have a problem with it solely because they were all there for Livy. Now, Livy didn't even participate in this track meet because she was injured at the time. But they were still in the stands. We want Livy. Give us Livy. So the whole time the track meet is going on, Livy in the corner like this, taking pictures with the fans, gassing the fans up, hyping the fans, soaking it all in, as she should, okay, as she should. But the other gymnastics team is pissed off, all right? And her coach is pissed off, and they running around calling these men creepy. Now, here's my thing. What made the men creepy? The men didn't harass nobody. They didn't touch nobody, okay? They didn't say any sexually crude things. So what makes them creepy? Because they're attracted to the girl? Because she got groupies? Now listen, I'm going to tell y'all something right now. Being a male groupie is never a thing that should be. All right, it's unmasculine as hell. It ain't gonna get you laid. All right, it ain't gonna make you pop, and it ain't gonna make her pay no attention to you. But you reserve the right to be a male groupie if you want to. That's definitely some Gen Z crap. All them boys up there look like they was soy boys. All those boys up there look like they was soft as hell. But if they want to be groupies for Livies, what's the problem? All right, we've seen women be groupies for young men all the time. They did it with Justin Bieber. They did it with B2K. They did it with the Backstreet Boys. They did it with NSYNC. They did it with Boyz II Men. They did it with the Jackson 5. It was grown-ass women going after them, and they were underage. Livy's not even underage. I want to point that out. Livy is not underage. And none of these women got called creeps. As a matter of fact, women will go as far as throwing bras on the stage, panties on the stage, all types of stuff. And no one will call these women creeps, but these boys are creeps for going there and wanting to take pictures with Livy and supporting Livy. This just sounds like hating to me. Then the mom's going to come out and talk about something. Oh, it was disturbing and disgusting. I can't lie, this was funny. But she's like, one of the boys came up to my daughter and said, well, you're not Livy, but you'll do. Can I take a picture with you? Another mother said one of the boys came up to her daughter and was like, you almost look as good as Livy. You Livy 2.0. Which, listen, guys, you got to stop. Listen. You should not be chasing women down for photos and just being groupies over one girl like this. It's not going to get you nowhere. But at the end of the day, again, would I be a groupie of a woman like this? No. But if they want to be a groupie for Livy like this, right? If they want to take pictures with the other gymnasts, what's the problem? The moms even acknowledged when they weren't like harassing us or being disrespectful. We just felt like it was rude. I mean, what? I'm trying to figure out what makes them creeps. They trying to make these dudes seem like they pedo bears and like these dudes were just harassing them. It went as far as Livy had to go online to her social media and say, hey, listen, I appreciate all the support. You know, thank you guys for showing up and showing out. I love my fans, but can we please, you know, kind of not be as loud and as raucous and tone it down a little bit at the meets? Why? They came to see Livy. They supported Livy. They supported LSU. This just seems like hating to me. And here's the thing, again, when men said, all right, women monetizing themselves could lead to this, this, and this, we were called misogynists, we were called haters, all right, we were told we were trying to control women's bodies, we were told women could do what they want with their bodies, and now a woman did what she want with her body, and now the men are being called creeps, the men are being called crass, the men are being told not to show up for supporting a woman doing what she wants to do with her body. It's just weird to me. It's weird to me. So we want the women to be able to monetize themselves, right? But we don't want the men to look at it. That's what I'm getting here. That doesn't even make sense. Who's going to be the client? Who's going to be the customer base? And then you have some women saying, well, Livy is too young and she shouldn't even be putting herself out there like that. Oh, so now y'all want to say, well, she shouldn't be sexualizing herself and putting herself out there like that. When we said it, we was misogynist. But now y'all want to say, no, Livy can do whatever she wants. It's her body, her choice. You don't get to control women's bodies. Nah, Livy wants to sexualize herself. Let Livy sexualize herself. She ain't hurting nobody. Her fans ain't hurting nobody. She get into the bag. Stop the cap. Stop the hating. This ain't nothing but hating. Well, it's because she's pretty. It's not because of her gymnastics. So what? So what? Jason Momoa is a popping actor, not because he can act, because he looks good. And women like to stare at him. It happens sometimes. Get over it. Get over it. When Chris Brown was 16 doing the moonwalk, nobody had a problem with grown women going to his concerts, geeking out, none of that. So I don't want to hear the problem now. Call it both ways or don't call it at all. I personally don't see the problem with Livy's doing, but this is what I tell y'all about women. They'll complain for the right to do, modern women I should say, will complain for the right to do something, and then if it doesn't go exactly the way they want it to go, they'll complain and try to flip it back onto the men. Now we're creeps for consuming what we told y'all they shouldn't even be putting out. And right now, Livy's pulling a bad baby, basically, and being like, look, I'm a grown woman, you know. I can do what I want to do. I'm not too young. I'm not doing nothing sexually suggestive. I'm not going too over the top, which she's not. She's pushing the line, but she's not going over the top. She don't got no OnlyFans. She's not naked. She's not doing prom. You know, she's not. So leave the girl alone. Again, let her use her body, her choice. Right? Let her shake what her mama gave her and flip around and post her little thirst traps and do her thing. Why are we hating on her now? Now, she might pull a bad baby and all of a sudden go back and call the men creeps and whatever the case may be if she's in a certain situation where they start to put too much pressure on her and make her look bad. But personally, I'm tired. If y'all gonna tell these girls at 18 years old that they can go online and they can post their body and they can use their looks to get the bag, then don't be mad at the men for consuming it. And if you're gonna be mad at the men for consuming it, then stop the women for doing it. But don't wait until they're successful at it and then stop them because your daughter couldn't do it or because she don't look as good. Just stop it in general. And this is what I'm talking about, and this is why I named the video The Hypocrisy of Feminism. Because they with the shits of letting women do what women want to do and control their own bodies until they're not with it. Until it hurts another girl's feelings, or until the other girl's not getting attention, then it's like, oh, well, pull it back. No. You all in or you all out. So I say, ain't no problem with what Libby doing, ain't no problem with her fans. I say that the moms and the feminists and the media need to shut the hell up. Because this is what y'all asked for. When we tried as men to put a halt to it, y'all told us not to. We had been controlling all this stuff. So now it's here. Women are monetizing themselves. Men are consuming it. Women got groupies now. Women got fans now. And it is what it is. And y'all just going to have to eat it. And as we dive more and more in society, you see more and more nurses quitting their jobs to monetize themselves. Doctors quitting their jobs to monetize themselves. Secretaries quitting their jobs to monetize themselves, or monetizing themselves on the side until they get found out and fired. Y'all gonna see this happen more and more, because more and more attractive women are gonna realize, why go to a job and bust my ass, but I can just go online and take pictures of my feet, or pictures of me in scandalous clothing, or just take pictures of me in general and make a bunch of money. And y'all caused this because we told y'all was opening Pandora's box, and y'all ain't want to listen. So deal with it. So Livy, keep doing your thing. That's my thoughts on that. I am Alex, and I am out. Peace.